Hey guys, I hope everyone is well. I hope we're all having a good week. I am today doing a video on all my training day food. So just thought I would give an insight into what goes into every training day. My food does not kind of fail. It's the same day in, day out. I will do a separate video at some point soon on my non-training day food. Again, that is exactly the same every non-training day, and there's a discrepancy between the 2 days. So today's food is going up, starting all the way from the morning with my coffee, all the way through to my last meal in the evening, which will be my shake. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Everything will be on there. I'll put the macros at the end of the day, and you can see kind of what goes into, at the moment, pretty much maintaining my body weight, which is about 310 pounds. Obviously still training at home, still kind of dealing with this current world pandemic. And yeah, that's it. So I will let you guys watch it. As ever, comments, likes, everything is very much appreciated. And I will catch up with you later in the day.
Siblings are watching your videos sometimes?
I know.
Okay.
I told my mom to,
Yeah.
So this is how I make my cream of rice. Got the powder, the Velocity and cream of rice mixed in there. And I am not a complicated human being. I think some people spend way too much time fantasizing about making the perfect cream of rice with microwave shit. I just pour the water on, and I'm just gonna mix it in. Take a bit of time with it, give it a little love. But again, this is gonna take literally a minute, 2 minutes. And I'm gonna let it cool, and then I'm gonna eat it. And then that's that. Again, I love cream of rice pre-workout. It's just the perfect kind of carb. Obviously the Velocity in there for my protein source. Got my banana as well. A little extra carbs there. But just nice and simple. And again, give it a good mix. Get in the corners, make sure there's no dry powder anywhere. And then I'll probably mix it a bit longer, but I won't waste your time. There we have it. Nice and simple. Probably add a little bit more water to this, make it a little bit smoother. But it really is as simple as that. Okay, so I'm still kind of figuring out how best to do this. YouTube, putting videos together, is still very sort of new. But I'm just going to kind of give a little recap now. I'm going to train quite shortly, so I've had my breakfast and my pre-workout. So just to talk through them, obviously my breakfast, you'll see, was just a protein and fats meal with the eggs and the shake. The greens shake with the ginger, the spinach and the whey is something I really like. I really rate raw ginger as a great kind of immune support, kind of, what is it, root vegetable. But I honestly, digestion benefits, I think it's fantastic. Touch wood, I haven't been ill for a very long time, and I have been having a shake like that in the morning and the evening, as you'll see later, every day for the past 2 years maybe. So yeah, that's breakfast, nice and simple. Eggs in the shake, sits really well, gives me a nice steady flow of energy. I don't kind of feel any sort of come down or kind of lethargy from maybe having some carbs in there. And I generally have a really productive morning off the back of it. So moving on to my pre-workout meal, which was the cream of rice, banana and the Velocity. Again, it's just a nice simple meal. The cream of rice digests really, really well. I used to have oats, which I really loved. However, this does make a noticeable improvement in terms of how I feel. I feel a lot less full. I feel ready to train, and it's been about 30 minutes since I ate, and already I'm ready to go. I'll leave it another kind of 30, 45 minutes before starting training. I tend to leave kind of an hour and a half from finishing my food to training, just to make sure that I am fully digested. But yeah, nice simple meals. I'll continue to kind of recap as I go through the day and show you exactly what goes in. Okay, so I have finished a horrible leg session and it is so hot today, which I'm not complaining about, but wow, it is. I'm still probably a bit sweaty. But anyway, changed my top because that was drenched, and just going to talk through the kind of pictures I just put up there. So I just put out my pre-workout. Obviously that's not kind of food, but just so you guys can see kind of what pre-workout I take. Although we are in kind of lockdown, I am still taking a pre-workout because my sessions are hard. I'm making them hard, I'm making them intense, and I am feeling the benefit of having that additional energy before I train. So that's my pre-workout there. Intra-workout, got some carbs in there. 1 scoop of the Carbon Max, which is 25 grams of carbs from Carbonin. And then post-workout, I have a shake with, 30 grams of Vitargo and 40 grams of whey isolate. So it's a bit of a kind of funny area. Some people are like, don't have a post-workout shake, they just have a post-workout meal. I've always had a post-workout shake. I don't suggest it for everyone. I don't think it's necessary for everyone. Like I said, I've always done it, and for me, getting an extra kind of amount of protein in, it's a really easy way of doing that. From a digestion point of view, it sits fine. I kind of wait about 10 minutes from when I finish training to take the post-workout shake. And then I'll have my post-workout meal about an hour after the shake. So I have in the past, and I do still take blood glucose readings, and it's really interesting because although I have that post-workout shake, my blood glucose is still normally in the high 3s, low 4s by the time the meal comes round an hour later. So it shows that that's kind of working well and kind of causing no impact for me there. Post-workout meal is a little bit kind of weird, a bit all over the place. I've got my white fish, and then I have Frosties and rice cakes and pineapple. I love pineapple, good for digestion, but just tastes amazing. So again, the point of that meal, white fish digests really quickly and easily for me. I don't feel any bloat. And the Frosties and the other carbs there, again, really, really easy to digest. And again, I'll eat again kind of 2 hours after that, which you will see shortly. So that's the insight into sort of the around training, nutrition, so to speak. And yeah, the rest of the meals are yet to come. Okay, so now we're another 2 meals down from the last time I updated on here. So I had my chicken and rice and broccoli, very bodybuilder kind of friendly meal there. I also have extra protein with that, with just a tin of tuna. And then I love my fruit, so I've got some berries and kiwi fruit with that. And I do eat the kiwi fruit with the skin on because it's the best way to have it. The second meal, or the next meal even, which was meal number 5, penultimate meal, was the pasta and beef mince. So I actually took that photo after I had eaten about half of it because I completely forgot. However, I was always going to make one mistake at least during this video, so there we go. But yeah, that was 130 grams of pasta, 300 grams of beef mince. I food prep in bulk, and I use a tin of tomatoes to make that. I will do a food prep video at some point as well, actually, showing you guys just how I prep a lot of my meat and things like that. So yeah, that's where we're up to so far. I'm going to have a shake before bed with some olive oil and some veggies. You'll see that, and I'll either do like a final closure video either this evening, probably not this evening, probably tomorrow morning, and then I'll upload this. So yeah, hope so far it's been interesting, or at least informative, and I will leave you now for the time being. So I don't really use MyFitnessPal at all, but I just thought I would use this graph. So I put all my macros in there. I'm not sure I trust it 100%. However, it's an interesting little graphic and shows kind of roughly where my calories are. I think they work out about 5,000, but the main thing that I work on is manipulating food and volume depending on my goals. Good morning. So I'm going to finish off yesterday's video with just a little recap and a couple of explanations maybe. So I am already, it's the day after, I'm already 1 meal down, exactly the same. That's one thing I'll say. My diet is consistent. Every training day is exactly the same. I assess and I make changes based off of how I'm looking, how I'm performing, and what my goals are. So at the moment, throughout the rest of this lockdown now, with where my training's at, I am focusing on putting on a little bit more size, but I'm being a lot more patient and a lot more kind of reserved with that. So I'm literally looking at, you know, a pound, half a pound a week, if that. You know, a pound every 2 weeks is kind of, yeah, I suppose where I'm looking at. And I will make small changes to my diet based off of if I am not putting on weight. So if I'm not gaining weight, I will make a small change. If everything is moving slowly, I will continue to do exactly the same thing. So that's point number one. Secondly, you'll see that the diet for the most part is pretty varied throughout the day. I focus big on, you know, how I feel, how I digest food, and kind of making sure that I don't feel like I'm force feeding too much. So the foods that I have in there are foods that I enjoy, are foods that sit well with me, and, you know, there's a good amount of flavour. You know, post-workout, nice simple carbs. Everything in there digests pretty well because I quite like it. The only meal really that's a bit of a maybe struggle would be the meal number 4, the chicken and rice. Can get a little bit just kind of boring, but I've got a bit of barbecue sauce on there, and you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be a tricky one to kind of consistently have every meal being absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. First and last meal are generally fairly light. Like I said, they're my protein and fat meals, and it's just how, again, it's personal preference. I feel good in the morning going off protein and fats. My energy levels are good through that period, and I don't like eating too heavy before bed. So again, just a shake and some olive oil kind of gets me the food that I need in, but also doesn't mean that I'm going to bed with a really full stomach. Again, it digests pretty well. The fat's there, slow digestion throughout the night, and I'm not one of these guys who wakes up during the night and compromises sleep for food. So that is my training day food. I hope it was kind of useful. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will be doing a non-training day, a rest day food very shortly, hopefully by next week. I hope to have that up. So hope you enjoyed. Please, comments, anything you've got to say, let me know. And yeah, I look forward to another video and to keeping on track of my YouTube journey. Speak soon.